In today's video, Diana shares the importance of understanding change theory as an instructional coach.
Hi, I'm Diana Beabout, and I've been a teacher, coach, and mentor in the United States and internationally, and I am the Academy Mentor for the Coach Microcredential at Eduro Learning. Today, I'm going to share 3 perspectives on change that can impact your work as a coach and as a leader. In my previous video on coaches as leaders, I talked about facilitating and managing change and shared some steps I've been working through in regards to my own growth in the leadership aspects of my role as a coach. One of the steps I mentioned was to familiarize yourself with change theory and its application to our educational context. This is a topic that really shifted my mindset and approach as a coach in my work with individual teachers and teams and with school-wide initiatives. In previous videos, I referenced the 10 roles of coaches developed by Joellen Killian and Cindy Harrison, and one of those roles is catalyst for change or change agent. In this role, coaches can make observations and ask questions about current practice and introduce alternatives and refinements. And we already do this with individual teachers and groups. But what about a team, a division, or a school-wide level? This can sound a bit challenging depending on your school environment and the relationship building with teachers and administrators. But an understanding of how change impacts people and developing strategies for how to approach and support change in an effective and possible way can help coaches, whether it's helping a teacher make changes in their classroom or rolling out a new initiative to the school-wide community. I do want to point out that many resources on change theory and change management originate in the business world, but with the overall idea that these are ways to create environments for improvements and innovation. We can see the application to our educational context. So here are 3 perspectives of change and its impact that I have found beneficial in understanding how I can support and facilitate change as a coach. One of my first experiences for connecting my work as a coach with the change theory was learning about Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, and his concept of the golden circle. And I've been applying it to my work since. Basically, you have to have a why to provide focus and direction. Sinek's concept of start with why implies that before moving forward with how we are going to make change and what is going to be the result, we need to be clear about why this is important to us as a school or organization, especially in regard to our students. For example, if a school is going to start a reading-writing workshop model at their middle school, there needs to be a clear why so all stakeholders can understand the overall purpose and benefit of making this investment in time, money, and energy. The second change theory that I found very helpful in coaching is the diffusion of innovation theory, developed by Everett Rogers in the 1960s. That, in part, looked at how a new innovation is accepted or not over time within a social system. This is another theory that can be applied to educational settings as it focuses on how people react to a new idea or initiative. And their reaction is often based on their own cost-benefit analysis, their comfort level with uncertainty, and previous experiences. An understanding of this theory can remind us to consider how and why different individuals and groups might react differently to a new initiative at our school or even within a team. With this understanding, we can start to make considerations during planning and implementation about how we differentiate support and guidance for all those involved. Finally, the Gartner hype cycle, which was developed for business and marketing to depict a common pattern over time for newly introduced technology and innovations. The concept is that after a new technology or innovation is introduced, a pattern of overenthusiasm and disillusionment can occur with eventual mainstream adoption. Again, as with other change theory, the concept of the hype cycle is helpful in understanding how individuals, teams, or even the school-wide community might process a new initiative over time. Earlier this school year, some of the other coaches and I discussed the hype cycle in a Coachbetter episode. We found connections between ups and downs of the hype cycle and our experience in bringing new ideas and innovations to our schools. I related an experience in bringing iPads into our schools and the initial excitement among the many teachers and students, followed by the realization of the challenge of using these devices in meaningful, effective ways. This involved a period of research, testing, and reflection to figure out how best to use these devices in our context. An understanding of the hype cycle provides guidance in predicting and planning for reactions to a new initiative like this. I believe that change theory is at the core of coaching and it is interwoven in the skills and strategies and experiences we develop as coaches. However, it is a topic that is not always directly discussed and explored by coaches. I think that when we have a better understanding of how change works and how people react to it, we can be more effective in supporting change, happening in a variety of contexts in our schools and organizations. I hope this introduction to some perspectives on change encourages you to take a deeper look and consider how more understanding of change and application of those ideas might impact your work. Find links to resources about change I mentioned in the episode description. Also check out more information about Eduro Learning's the Coach Microcredential and professional learning options at edurolearning.com and expand your ability to affect change in a variety of ways. Please share your questions, comments, ideas, and resource recommendations regarding coaches as leaders and change theory in the comments below or via Twitter at Eduro Learning or hashtag Coachbetter. Thank you.